Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I'm Mia, and today we're going to dive deep into one of the most important questions every learner asks at some point. How can I learn English faster? How can I make progress that I can actually see, hear, and feel? If you've ever felt stuck, like your progress has slowed down, or you're not sure what really works anymore, this lesson is for you. First, take a deep breath. Learning English is not about rushing. It's about moving forward every single day, even in small steps. The truth is, most people don't learn slowly because they're bad at learning. They learn slowly because they don't use the language enough in their daily life. Think about it. If you only listen to English for 10 minutes and then go back to your native language all day, your brain doesn't get enough exposure. That's like watering a plant once a week and expecting it to grow quickly. To learn English faster, you need to surround yourself with it, but in a natural way that fits your life. For example, when you wake up in the morning, try describing what you're doing in English quietly to yourself. Say, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the window to let some fresh air in. These small actions, said in English, train your brain to think directly in English instead of translating from your native language. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. I'm waking up. I'm stretching my body. I'm going to take a shower. I'm choosing my clothes. I'm getting ready for the day. Very good. When you describe what you're doing, you're connecting English to real actions, and that makes your memory stronger. Another reason people learn slowly is because they focus too much on studying grammar rules and not enough on communication. Grammar is important, but it should help you speak and understand, not stop you from trying. When you're learning, focus on phrases, not single words. Phrases are what native speakers use every day. For example, instead of learning just the word study, learn I'm studying English right now, or I have to study after dinner, or let's study together later. These are real-life expressions that help you sound natural and confident. Let's do a little practice together again. Repeat these lines with me slowly. I'm learning English because I want to speak with confidence. I'm studying every day, even when I'm tired. I'm improving little by little. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better every day. Wonderful. Every time you repeat sentences like this, you're building fluency, the ability to speak smoothly without stopping to think about each word. Now imagine you're sitting in a cafe alone. Instead of scrolling through your phone in your native language, you could look around and describe what you see in English. For example, there's a man drinking coffee by the window. He looks tired but relaxed. A woman is reading a book near the counter. The barista is smiling while making a latte. When you do this kind of mental narration, you're using your imagination to create real English context. It's like giving your brain free speaking practice all day long. Learning English faster also depends on how you listen. Many learners listen passively. They watch English videos, but don't engage. To learn faster, you must listen actively. That means repeating what you hear, shadowing the speaker, and noticing how words are connected. For example, when a native speaker says gonna, that's a short form of going to. Instead of focusing on each word, listen to the rhythm and flow of speech. English is musical, and when you feel its rhythm, your understanding grows faster. Try this short shadowing exercise with me now. Listen and repeat immediately after me. I'm gonna learn English faster. I'm not gonna give up. I'm going to practice every single day. I'm going to speak even if I make mistakes. I'm learning faster than I think. Excellent. When you practice shadowing like this, you train your mouth, your ears, and your brain all at once. Another key to learning English faster is emotion. Yes, emotion. When you connect feelings with words, your brain remembers better. If you learn the word happy, but you say it with no feeling, your brain treats it like a random sound. But if you smile and say, "I'm so happy today," your brain remembers it longer because you've linked it to a real emotional experience. That's why it's powerful to practice English in situations that make you feel something. Excitement, curiosity, surprise, or even frustration. Let's practice emotion together for a moment. Repeat this softly, but with real feeling. I'm so proud of myself for learning English. I can feel my progress. I'm excited to keep improving. Even when it's hard, I keep going. I love this journey. Good. That emotional connection keeps motivation alive, and motivation is what fuels fast learning. Here's something else that helps you learn faster: repetition at different times of the day. For example, listen to a short English audio in the morning, then repeat it again in the afternoon, and once more before bed. This technique is called spaced repetition, and it helps your brain store information in long-term memory. You'll find that phrases you used to forget start to appear naturally in your speech. Imagine this as your routine. You wake up, play a short English conversation for 5 minutes. While you're having breakfast, you repeat it silently in your mind. Later in the day, you listen again while walking or commuting. Before bed, you say the same lines out loud slowly. This kind of daily exposure builds automatic recall, the secret to speaking faster without translating. Now, let's imagine a practice scene. You're talking to a friend who asks, "How's your English going?" You can say, "It's going great. I've been practicing every day." Or, "I'm getting better at understanding native speakers." Or even, "I still make mistakes, but I don't feel shy anymore." Try repeating those now. "It's going great. I've been practicing every day. I'm getting better at understanding native speakers. I still make mistakes, but I don't feel shy anymore." Very nice. Another way to speed up learning is to make English part of your environment. Label objects in your room in English: your mirror, your door, your notebook, your chair. When you see these words every day, they become part of your thinking pattern. You can even change your phone's language to English. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that's a sign that you're growing. The more your brain has to work in English, the faster it adapts. If you feel nervous about speaking, try recording your own voice in English. Speak for 1 minute every day about anything: your plans, your day, your thoughts. Don't worry about being perfect. Later, listen to your recording and notice small improvements: pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. This is one of the most powerful self-training tools that fluent speakers use secretly every day. Now, let's practice that together. Imagine you're recording a short audio message to your English learning friend. Say something like, "Hey, I just finished my English practice today. I listened to a new video and repeated the phrases. I think my pronunciation is getting better. How's your learning going? Beautiful. You've just practiced real communication, and that's what fast learning looks like. The next secret to faster learning is curiosity. Always ask yourself questions about the language. For example, when you hear a phrase like, "it's up to you," don't just memorize it. Ask, "when do people say this? What does it really mean?" Then use it in your own sentence, like, "Where should we go tonight? It's up to you." By using curiosity to explore, you create stronger connections between words and real meaning. And remember, it's not only about learning more English, it's about learning smarter. If you spend 1 hour listening with focus, repeating sentences, and feeling the rhythm, that's far more effective than 5 hours of distracted study. Let's do another daily practice exercise. I'll describe a situation, and you imagine and speak with me. You're at a restaurant ordering food. Say softly with me, "Hi, can I see the menu, please? I'd like a sandwich and some water, please. Could you make it without onions?" "That's perfect, thank you. Can I pay by card?" Wonderful. This kind of simple scene practice builds your automatic reaction speed. The more you train your mouth to respond, the faster your speaking will become. One last thought for today's section. Remember that fast learning doesn't mean learning everything overnight. It means learning with intention every single day. Even 5 minutes of real English practice counts more than hours of passive study. So be proud of every small moment, every word you say, every video you repeat, every sentence you understand. Because all those steps together create fluency. Take a deep breath again. Smile. You're already learning faster than you think. Now, let's go deeper into the mindset that helps you learn English faster. Because before any technique or method can work, your mind must be ready to learn. You see, language learning is not just a skill, it's a habit, a lifestyle, and a state of mind. Many learners waste time thinking they need perfect books, courses, or teachers to make progress. But the real secret lies in how you approach English every single day. Start by building what I like to call your English identity. That means you begin to see yourself as someone who uses English, not someone who is simply learning it. When you think of yourself as a learner, you might feel like English is something outside of you, something you have to chase. But when you think of yourself as an English user, you start to live the language. You use it to express ideas, to think, to dream, to connect. That mental shift alone speeds up your learning dramatically. Here's a simple exercise to strengthen your English identity. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're walking through your city or town, speaking English confidently with someone you meet. You're explaining your job, your hobbies, your plans for the weekend. You're smiling because it feels natural and easy. Try saying softly, "I can speak English fluently. I use English every day. English is part of who I am." Excellent. When you affirm that belief, your brain begins to behave like it's true, and your learning follows your belief. Another powerful method to learn faster is to stop judging yourself. Many learners slow down their progress because they focus too much on mistakes. Every time you say, "My pronunciation is bad," or "I always forget words," you teach your brain to fear speaking. But when you say, "I'm learning, I'm improving. I'm proud of trying. You train your brain to feel safe with English. And a relaxed brain learns 10 times faster than a stressed one. So let's try a little self-talk practice together. Repeat after me. It's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes mean I'm learning. Every time I speak, I get better. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep going. That's right. Keep repeating these lines whenever you feel nervous. Before a class, before a meeting, or even before speaking to yourself. It builds calm confidence inside you. Now let's talk about listening, because it's one of the most underestimated skills. If you want to speak faster, you must first listen better. Listening gives you the rhythm, intonation, and melody of English, the hidden music that helps your speech flow. When you listen to English every day, even for 10 minutes, your brain absorbs grammar and pronunciation naturally without effort. To practice listening actively, choose one short audio or video each day. Don't just listen once and move on. Listen several times with different goals. The first time, just understand the meaning. The second time, focus on how the speaker connects words together. Notice linking sounds like wanna, gotta, or lemme. The third time, shadow the speaker, copying every sound as if you were singing along to a song. This method multiplies your learning speed because it activates your listening and speaking skills at the same time. Let's try a short listening style shadowing together right now. Repeat after me softly and rhythmically. I'm learning English faster every day. I listen carefully and notice new sounds. My pronunciation is improving naturally. English is becoming easier for me. Wonderful. Feel how the rhythm of English makes you sound more natural when you repeat with flow instead of word-by-word pauses. To build speed in your English, practice what I call quick recall exercises. This means answering simple questions without long thinking time. For example, when you hear, "What did you eat for breakfast?" Answer immediately, "I had eggs and toast." Or when you hear, "What are you doing right now?" Answer quickly, "I'm listening to Mia's lesson." It's not about perfect grammar, it's about speed and flow. Let's do a few together. I'll ask, you answer out loud as quickly as you can. Ready? What's your name? Good, say it naturally. Where are you from? Great. What time did you wake up today? Nice. What are you going to do after this lesson? Perfect. The faster you respond, the more your brain gets used to thinking directly in English. That's how you train your reflexes, just like an athlete practicing movements until they become automatic. Another great trick is to use mini conversations with yourself throughout the day. When you are walking somewhere, ask yourself questions in English and answer them too. For example, what do I need to buy today? I need to buy milk and bread. How's the weather? It's warm and sunny today. What am I planning for tomorrow? I'll meet my friend for coffee. These small exchanges train your mind to stay in English mode. Let's do a short self-conversation practice now. I'll guide you slowly. What are you thinking about right now? Say your answer in English. How do you feel today? What's something you're grateful for today? What's one thing you learned recently? What's one thing you want to improve? Excellent. Even these gentle mental dialogues count as real English practice. To learn faster, you must also control distractions. When you study, make your environment calm. No phone notifications, no multitasking. Your brain learns better in focused bursts. Try using the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then rest for 5. During those 25 minutes, immerse yourself completely in English. Listen, speak, or write. That kind of deep focus makes your brain absorb information 3 times faster than casual study. Writing is another secret weapon for fast learning. When you write in English, you slow down enough to notice patterns, how sentences are built, how tenses are used. Start a daily English journal where you write just 5 to 10 sentences about your day. Don't worry about mistakes, just express your thoughts. Over time, you'll start to think faster because writing organizes your ideas clearly in English. Let's try that right now. Imagine you're writing in your journal tonight. Say softly as if writing, "Today I learned new phrases to speak faster. I practiced shadowing and felt more confident. I noticed how English sounds flow together. I'm proud that I didn't skip my English practice. Tomorrow I'll try to use new sentences in real life." Beautiful. When you say or write sentences like that, you're turning learning into a personal story, and stories are easier for the brain to remember. Next, let's talk about vocabulary, one of the biggest challenges for learners who want to learn faster. The problem isn't that you don't know enough words. It's that you can't recall them quickly when you need them. To fix this, don't just memorize long word lists. Learn words in context. That means learning them inside real sentences or situations. For example, instead of memorizing the word improve, learn, "I'm improving my English every day." Instead of remember, learn, "I can't remember the word right now, but I'll think of it later." These connected examples help your brain recall naturally when you speak. Let's expand this with a short context exercise. I'll say a word, and you'll make a full sentence with it. Ready? The word is practice. Say, "I practice speaking English every morning." The word is listen. I listen carefully to English conversations. The word is understand. I understand more English than before. The word is improve. I'm improving my pronunciation. Excellent. That's how you turn vocabulary into active memory. To learn faster, also focus on high-frequency words, the most common 1,000 to 2,000 words that appear in daily English. These are your foundation. Once you master them, you'll understand most conversations. You can hear them in TV shows, podcasts, YouTube videos, and real life. Keep a small notebook or a digital list where you write every new useful phrase you hear and review it regularly. Another fun way to speed up learning is to teach what you've learned. Yes, even if you're not an expert. When you explain something in English, even to yourself, your brain processes it more deeply. For example, after watching a video about phrasal verbs, try explaining it aloud. A phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition, like turn on or look after. They often have special meanings. That simple act of teaching helps you remember 3 times longer than just reading silently. Let's do a quick teaching practice together. Imagine you're explaining a phrase to a friend. Say, the phrase hang out means to spend time with someone. For example, I like to hang out with my friends on weekends. It's an informal way to say, spend time together. Perfect. You just practiced explaining English in English, a high-level skill that truly accelerates fluency. Another important point for faster learning is consistency. Even if you study for short times, do it every single day. Your brain builds pathways through repetition, not through intensity. 5 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week. When English becomes part of your routine, it feels natural, like brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. Let's visualize your daily plan together. Wake up, listen to one English song or short video. During breakfast, repeat a few sentences from yesterday's lesson. On your way to work or school, think in English. Describe what you see around you. In the evening, write a few lines in your journal or talk to yourself about your day. Simple, right? Yet this daily rhythm, if repeated, can transform your fluency within months. You can also connect English learning with things you love. If you enjoy cooking, follow English recipes and repeat the steps aloud. Chop the onions, add the salt, stir slowly. If you love sports, listen to English commentary and repeat phrases like, "What a great goal," or "That was an incredible move." If you like movies, watch them with English subtitles. Then shadow your favorite scenes. Learning becomes faster when it's fun. Now let's do a mini scene practice exercise. Imagine you're watching a movie with a friend. Say, "That's so funny. I didn't expect that ending. What a beautiful scene. Let's watch another one." Very good. The more natural expressions you practice like this, the quicker they will come out in real conversations. And remember, confidence grows through repetition, not perfection. When you repeat sentences and feel their rhythm, your speaking muscles develop just like any physical exercise. That's why repeating aloud is so powerful. Let's finish this part with a short motivation practice. Repeat softly after me. I'm becoming fluent step by step. I'm confident when I speak. I enjoy learning English. I'm patient and consistent. I'm learning faster every single day. Excellent. Keep that energy with you throughout your learning journey. Because every single word you repeat, every sound you notice, and every sentence you speak adds up, slowly, silently, beautifully, into fluency. Take a deep breath, smile, and know that your English journey is moving faster than ever. When you want to learn English faster, one of the best habits you can develop is to keep your learning playful. When learning feels like a chore, your brain resists it. But when it feels like a game, your brain opens up and absorbs information naturally. Think of a child learning a language. They don't study grammar books or memorize vocabulary lists. They play, they listen, they repeat, and they respond with curiosity. You can recreate that same spirit no matter your age or level. Start turning English into a daily game for yourself. For example, set small missions every day, like, "Today I'll use 5 new phrases," or "I'll try to describe everything I eat in English," or "I'll watch a 5-minute video and repeat every line I understand." When you complete these little missions, reward yourself, maybe with a smile, a short break, or even a treat. It sounds simple, but it keeps your motivation high and your brain eager to learn more. Let's do a quick mission together right now. Think of 3 sentences using the phrase, "learn faster." Say them aloud. I'm finding ways to learn faster. I learn faster when I listen every day. I can learn faster by speaking more often. Good job. Now, imagine setting a small goal like that each morning. Your confidence will grow because you're proving to yourself that you're taking action every single day. Another trick that helps you speed up your English is to expose yourself to multiple accents. If you only listen to one accent, for example, only American English or only British English, your ears might struggle when you hear someone from a different region. To train your listening speed, listen to English speakers from different countries. Watch interviews, listen to podcasts, or even talk to online friends from around the world. When your ears get used to different tones and rhythms, your understanding becomes much faster. Here's a little listening imagination exercise. Close your eyes for a second and imagine you're hearing different voices. One says, "How are you doing today?" with an American accent. Another says, "How are you doing today?" with a British tone. Another might say it faster, with an Australian rhythm. All of them mean the same thing, and your brain starts to recognize meaning instead of just sound. That's when real listening fluency happens. Next, let's talk about memory. Fast learners don't necessarily have better memories. They use smarter memory tricks. For example, when you learn a new word, don't just repeat it. Connect it to an image or an emotion. If you learn the word storm, imagine heavy rain hitting your window, wind blowing, thunder in the distance. Your brain loves pictures and feelings. They make information stick like glue. Try this now. Let's take the word peaceful. Close your eyes and imagine a calm beach, soft waves, the sound of the wind. Say it slowly. Peaceful. Now say, "The morning was peaceful." Can you feel the word? That's how memory becomes faster, not through repetition alone, but through imagination and emotion. Visualization is a powerful skill for language learning. When you visualize, your brain behaves as if you're experiencing the situation for real. So imagine using English in your future. See yourself ordering food confidently, introducing yourself at work, traveling abroad, or chatting with friends online. Picture those scenes in your mind every day, and your confidence will grow because your brain has already lived those experiences. Let's do one right now. Imagine you're traveling to another country. You're at the airport. You go to the counter and say, "Hi, I'd like to check in, please." Then you pass security and order a coffee. "Can I have a cappuccino, please?" The person smiles and says, "Sure, that'll be $5. You pay and say, "Thank you so much." You sit near the window, watching planes take off, and you feel proud because you're communicating smoothly in English. This kind of imagination practice builds your confidence from the inside out. Now, one important point. If you really want to learn faster, you must be brave enough to speak before you feel ready. Many learners wait for the perfect time when they think they'll have perfect grammar and vocabulary, but that moment never comes. You learn to swim by jumping into water, not by reading about swimming. Speaking is the same. Every time you open your mouth, you teach your tongue, your brain, and your ears to work together. That's how fluency forms. Let's practice bravery through speech now. Say these sentences with me confidently, even if you're alone. I'm not afraid to speak. I make mistakes, but I keep going. Every time I speak, I learn faster. I'm proud of my progress. Excellent. The more you say those affirmations, the more fearless you become. And fear is one of the biggest barriers that slow learners down. Another area that can accelerate your progress is understanding patterns in English. Instead of memorizing thousands of individual sentences, focus on the patterns behind them. For example, I want to tie it sur. I need to gere surt. I'm going to insure sir. These sentence structures can be used in hundreds of real-life situations. Once you master a few of these, you can express yourself easily without having to think too much. Let's practice a few together. I want to learn faster. I want to travel the world. I need to finish my work. I need to buy some groceries. I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to start a new hobby. Beautiful. By using patterns like these, your speaking speed increases automatically because your brain knows what comes next. If you feel tired or stuck sometimes, remember that it's completely normal. Even advanced learners have days when they forget words or feel lazy. The secret is not to stop. Just change your method for that day. If you don't feel like studying grammar, listen to a song in English. If you don't want to read, watch a short motivational clip and repeat a few phrases. Keep your momentum alive, because consistency, not perfection, brings results. Let's take a motivational pause together. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and say to yourself, I'm doing my best. I'm proud of myself. I'm closer to fluency every day. I enjoy learning. That's it. Keep that calm determination in your heart. It makes learning smoother and faster. Another tip to boost your learning speed is to combine skills. Don't separate listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Use them together. For example, listen to a podcast, read the transcript, speak some lines out loud, and then write a short summary in your own words. By connecting all 4 skills, your brain creates strong language pathways. You begin to understand faster and respond naturally. Here's how you can try it today. Pick a short YouTube video in English. Listen to it once. Then, without reading subtitles, try to repeat what you remember. Next, read the subtitles and correct yourself. Finally, write 3 sentences about what you learned. That single activity trains every skill at once and boosts your speed more than you might expect. Sometimes learning faster means slowing down for clarity. If you rush through lessons without understanding, you'll forget quickly. Take time to pronounce words carefully and clearly. For example, the word world. Many learners say it too fast and skip the sound. Try saying it slowly now. World. Again. World. Good. When you speak clearly, your brain and mouth synchronize better, and fluency becomes effortless. Let's practice a few pronunciation pairs together. Say them slowly with me. Work, walk. Live, leave. Ship, sheep. Fit, feet. Excellent. The more you pay attention to sound differences, the faster your listening and speaking skills grow. Also, try using rhythm when speaking. English has a natural beat like music. Say sentences in a smooth, flowing way. For example, I'm learning faster every day has a rising and falling tone. Repeat it now with rhythm. I'm learning the faster every day. Good. Your voice should dance with the language, not fight against it. To speed up your progress even more, start recording small dialogues or mini stories using the phrases you've learned. You can create imaginary scenes from daily life, like ordering coffee, making plans, or describing your favorite movie. When you build short stories, you practice memory, pronunciation, and creativity together. Let's create one right now. Imagine you're meeting a friend at a cafe. You say, "Hey, it's so good to see you." Your friend says, "Yeah, long time no see. How have you been?" You reply, "I've been great, just busy learning English." Your friend smiles and says, "That's awesome. You sound more fluent now." You laugh and say, "Thanks, I've been practicing every day." Perfect. That small role play just used real conversation rhythm. And that's how fluency develops. Another method for faster learning is repetition with variety. If you repeat the same sentence too many times in the same way, your brain gets bored. But if you repeat it with different emotions, different speeds, or different contexts, your brain stays alert and learns faster. For example, take the sentence, "I can do it." Say it happily. "I can do it." Say it seriously. "I can do it." Say it confidently. "I can do it." Say it playfully. "I can do it." Each version teaches your brain flexibility. And flexibility is a sign of fluency. Let's try that with another phrase. "I'm learning English faster." Say it proudly. Say it softly. Say it excitedly. Say it calmly. Beautiful. You just practiced not only pronunciation, but emotion control, both key to natural sounding English. Now, let's practice something called chunking. This means speaking in short, natural groups of words instead of one word at a time. For example, instead of saying, "I am learning English faster," say, "I'm learning English faster." That grouping helps your rhythm and speed. Let's do a few together. Let's go to the park. "I'd like a cup of coffee." "I'm feeling a little tired." "Can you help me with this?" Perfect. Chunking helps your brain process English as units of meaning, not as isolated words. Before we close this section, let's strengthen your motivation again. Think about how far you've come, the words you now understand, the confidence you've built, the sounds you can produce clearly. Learning faster doesn't mean rushing ahead. It means using every moment wisely, learning from every mistake, and celebrating every success. Repeat softly with me. "I'm proud of my journey." "I'm improving faster than ever." "I trust myself to keep going." "I'm becoming fluent in English." Take a deep breath and feel that truth settle in your heart. Because it's real. Every repetition, every practice, every small moment of focus adds to your speed and your fluency. Keep that feeling alive. Your journey is moving forward beautifully. You're learning English faster, step by step, word by word, breath by breath. The more you practice English, the more you realize that speed is not only about how fast you speak, it's about how deeply you feel connected to the language. When you stop seeing English as a school subject and start treating it like a friend, learning becomes faster and lighter. You no longer chase perfection. You build connection. And connection always leads to confidence. Think of English as someone you talk to every day. When you wake up, greet it softly. Say, "Good morning, English. Let's talk today." When you go to bed, whisper, "Good night, English. See you tomorrow." It may sound funny, but by personifying the language, you create emotional warmth. You start to care for it, and your mind naturally gives it attention. That emotional attention is the true fuel of rapid learning. Many people think they forget easily, but in reality, they don't review with feeling. They repeat mechanically without meaning. Try this. When you repeat a sentence, visualize it, feel it, and connect it to your own life. For example, if you say, "I'm learning faster every day," think about yesterday's effort, your small victory, and the smile you had when you understood a phrase that used to confuse you. When you feel your sentence, it sticks in your memory permanently. Let's do an emotional repetition practice together. Say after me slowly and sincerely, "I'm learning English faster because I enjoy it. I'm learning faster because I believe in myself. I'm learning faster because I practice every day. I'm learning faster because I don't give up. I'm learning faster because I love this journey." Excellent. You've just practiced emotional anchoring, a technique that builds both memory and motivation. Now, let's talk about something practical: how to use time wisely for faster learning. You don't need hours of study every day. What you need is consistency and focus. Imagine dividing your day into small English moments, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one before bed. In the morning, listen and repeat. In the afternoon, think and write. In the evening, speak or shadow. These mini sessions keep your brain engaged all day long without feeling tired. Let's imagine your day together. You wake up and listen to a 3-minute English clip while brushing your teeth. You repeat a few lines quietly. Later, while walking or traveling, you describe what you see in English. The sky is bright. The cars are moving fast. The trees are green. Before bed, you talk to yourself for 1 minute about your day. Today was good. I learned new phrases. I'm improving slowly but surely. That's it. Short, meaningful moments that create big results. Here's a fun daily practice I call mirror talk. Every day, stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself for 2 minutes in English. You can talk about anything: your plans, your feelings, your thoughts, your memories. Don't worry about grammar or mistakes. Look into your eyes, smile, and just speak. This builds your speaking confidence faster than you think, because your brain begins to associate English with self-expression, not fear. Let's try a short mirror talk simulation now. Imagine you're standing in front of your mirror and say softly, "Hi, I'm doing great today. I'm learning English faster and feeling proud. I'm speaking more naturally every day. I love how English sounds when I speak it." Good. This exercise helps you connect emotion, expression, and voice all at once. To learn faster, remember to always review what you've learned before adding something new. Most learners rush ahead to learn new words every day, but they forget to review yesterday's material. The brain needs repetition to store knowledge deeply. Think of it as watering a plant. You don't just plant a seed and walk away. You water it again and again until it grows strong. You can do this easily by setting a review ritual. Each morning or evening, spend 5 minutes recalling what you learned the day before. Say it out loud, write it, or use it in a short self-conversation. For example, if yesterday you learned the phrase, "I'm working on it," repeat it in different sentences. "I'm working on my pronunciation." "I'm working on my confidence." "I'm working on my listening." That repetition makes your learning solid. Let's do one together. Repeat these with me slowly. I'm working on my vocabulary. I'm working on my fluency. I'm working on my pronunciation. I'm working on my confidence. I'm working on my goals. Perfect. You've just practiced both review and rhythm in one exercise. Next, let's explore the connection between music and English. Music has rhythm, tone, and repetition, exactly like spoken language. Listening to English songs can help you learn pronunciation, stress, and flow naturally. Choose songs with clear lyrics and sing along. Even if you don't understand every word, your mouth will start to move with the rhythm of English. For example, when you listen to a line like, "I believe I can fly," try singing it slowly, paying attention to how the words connect. I believe I can fly. Notice how sounds merge and glide. That's the same technique native speakers use when talking fast. You can use music to internalize natural speech patterns effortlessly. Now, let's do a quick rhythm exercise. Repeat these sentences with musical flow. I feel good today. I'm learning every day. I'm proud of myself. I enjoy speaking English. I'm becoming fluent. Feel how the sentences rise and fall naturally. That's your rhythm of English developing. Another way to boost your speed is by building an English environment around you. Surround yourself with English sounds and words all the time. Your phone, your playlists, your room labels, your thoughts. The more you expose yourself, the faster your brain adapts. When you hear English daily, your subconscious starts processing the language even when you're not studying. Let's imagine your ideal English environment. Your phone is set to English. Your music playlist is full of English songs. Your YouTube suggestions are all English channels. And your notes on your wall have English motivational quotes like, "Keep going," or "Fluency is coming." Each time you see or hear these, your brain receives a signal. English is my world. And when English becomes your world, learning becomes effortless. To learn faster, you must also manage your emotions wisely. Some days you'll feel energetic. Other days you'll feel tired or frustrated. The key is not to fight your emotions, but to use them. When you're happy, practice speaking or recording yourself. When you're tired, listen passively and rest your mind. When you're frustrated, read something inspirational in English or talk about your feelings out loud. Every emotion can be a tool for learning if you use it with awareness. Let's do a small reflection together. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how do I feel about learning English today? Whatever your answer is, happy, tired, excited, worried, say it out loud in English. I feel motivated. I feel a bit lazy. I feel calm. I feel proud. Very good. You've just turned emotion into language, a key skill for real fluency. When you practice daily, remember to slow down your inner critic. Many learners compare themselves to others. She speaks better than me. He learns faster than me. I'll never be that good. But comparison only steals your energy. Everyone's brain, lifestyle, and background are different. The only person you should compare yourself to is your past self. Look at how far you've come from when you started. That's progress worth celebrating. Say this with me now. I'm doing better than before. I'm proud of my journey. I'm improving in my own way. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep going. Wonderful. Keep repeating those lines whenever doubt appears. It will remind you that speed comes from consistency, not competition. Another secret for faster learning is connecting with people who also speak or learn English. When you share your progress, exchange ideas, or practice short conversations with others, your confidence doubles. You realize that everyone makes mistakes, everyone struggles, and everyone improves. If you don't have English-speaking friends, find online language partners or join English communities. Talking regularly, even for 5 minutes, helps you internalize what you've learned faster. Let's simulate a short, friendly chat together. You meet someone online who's also learning English. You say, "Hi, how's your learning going?" They reply, "It's going well, I'm practicing speaking every day." You respond, "That's great, I'm trying to do the same." They ask, "What helps you learn faster?" You say, "Listening, repeating, and speaking daily." That's it, a real conversation made simple. Whenever you talk to others, focus on connection, not perfection. People don't remember small grammar mistakes. They remember warmth, clarity, and confidence. So speak freely, make mistakes proudly, and keep talking. Now let's talk about mindset again, because how you think determines how fast you learn. Some people say, "I'm bad at languages," and they immediately block their own growth. But when you say, "I'm improving every day," your mind starts to look for proof of that progress. You notice small wins instead of small errors, and that positive focus speeds up your learning naturally. Try this powerful mental exercise with me now. Close your eyes and repeat softly. I'm capable of learning English fast. I'm improving even when I don't notice. Every word I hear makes me stronger. I'm grateful for my progress. Feel that belief in your heart. It changes how your brain learns. Sometimes taking small breaks can also make you learn faster. When you rest after studying, your brain organizes and stores what you've just learned. So after watching a video or practicing for 20 minutes, take a short walk, stretch, or listen to calm music. When you return, you'll find your memory sharper. Fast learning is not about endless study. It's about smart rhythm. Let's close this section with a short visualization practice. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You're sitting comfortably, listening to someone speak English, and you understand everything. You respond naturally, confidently, with a smile on your face. You're proud because you worked for this moment, one day at a time. Feel that picture clearly in your mind. That's your future self. That's where you're going. Now, repeat softly after me. I can see myself speaking English fluently. I trust my process. I'm learning faster than before. Every day brings me closer to fluency. Beautiful. Keep that image in your heart, because that's exactly where this journey is taking you, toward confidence, clarity, and real connection through English. Take one more deep breath. Smile. And remember, you're doing incredibly well. When you're trying to learn English faster, you'll soon realize that progress doesn't always look the same every day. Some days you'll notice big improvements. You'll understand a new accent, use new words, or speak without hesitation. Other days, you might feel like you forgot everything. But that's not failure. That's your brain reorganizing and strengthening what you already know. Learning is never a straight line. It's a wave that moves up and down, yet always forward. Whenever you feel stuck, remind yourself that the slow days are part of the process. You're still learning even when you can't see it. For example, when you hear a word and think, I know this, but I can't remember it right now, your brain is actually searching its memory. That search strengthens the connection, and the next time, the word will come faster. So never say, I'm not improving. Instead, say, I'm in the middle of progress. Let's practice that mindset together. Repeat softly after me. Even when it feels slow, I'm still improving. My brain is learning all the time. Every mistake is a sign of growth. I trust my progress. Beautiful. When you speak to yourself kindly, your learning energy rises. Another simple but powerful way to learn faster is to connect English to your emotions and daily experiences. Don't keep English only in the classroom or study space. Bring it into your real life. For example, if you're cooking, describe the steps out loud in English. I'm cutting the vegetables. I'm turning on the stove. I'm adding salt and pepper. When you use English in real situations, it stops being theory and becomes memory. Let's do a mini life practice together. Imagine you're in your kitchen, preparing breakfast. Say softly, I'm boiling water for tea. I'm spreading butter on bread. I'm frying an egg. I'm pouring milk into a glass. Now I'm sitting down to eat. Good. That kind of practice connects English with your senses, sound, sight, and touch, and helps your brain store it faster and deeper. Another tip is to learn phrases that reflect your personality and interests. Many learners try to memorize generic textbook expressions that don't feel natural to them. But when you learn words that fit your real life, you remember them faster. For instance, if you love technology, learn expressions like, I'm updating my phone, or I'm downloading a new app. If you love art, learn phrases like, I'm sketching a portrait, or I'm visiting an art gallery. English becomes more meaningful when it belongs to your world. Try creating a few personalized phrases right now. Think about your hobbies. Maybe you like music. Say, I'm learning to play the guitar. Maybe you enjoy reading. Say, I'm reading a new mystery novel. Maybe you love nature. Say, I'm going for a walk in the park. Excellent. When you personalize your learning, you stop memorizing and start living the language. Let's also talk about pronunciation, because clear pronunciation helps you learn faster by improving your listening and speaking confidence. Many learners worry too much about sounding perfect, but that's not the goal. The goal is clarity. You want people to understand you easily and for you to feel comfortable speaking. To improve pronunciation faster, focus on listening first. Listen to how native speakers move their mouth and where they stress words. For example, in the sentence, I didn't see you yesterday, notice that the stress is on didn't and yesterday. Try saying it now. I didn't see you yesterday. Again, I didn't see you yesterday. Great. That natural rhythm helps your speech flow more easily. Another way to improve pronunciation faster is to exaggerate it first. Stretch the sounds, open your mouth more, and speak slowly. For instance, say beautiful like beautiful, or comfortable like comfortable. When you overpronounce during practice, your muscles remember the correct movement. Later, when you speak normally, it will sound natural and effortless. Let's do a quick pronunciation warm-up together. Repeat after me slowly. Think, thank. 3, tree. Very, berry. Right, light. Ship, sheep. Nice work. Small differences like these build sharper listening and smoother speaking. If you want to learn faster, shadowing practice is one of the most powerful tools. Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and repeating everything. Immediately, copying their tone, rhythm, and speed. It's like singing along to English. You can use podcasts, short videos, or even movie scenes. The secret is to speak at the same time, not after the speaker. That trains your mouth and brain to work together instantly. Let's try a short shadowing example. I'll say a few sentences slowly, and you repeat right after me, matching the rhythm. I'm improving my English every day. I enjoy learning new phrases. I speak with confidence. I understand more and more each week. I'm learning faster because I practice often. Excellent. This kind of repetition creates automatic fluency over time. Another important skill for fast learners is learning to notice patterns in pronunciation, like how words blend together. In spoken English, want to becomes wanna, going to becomes gonna, did you becomes didja. When you recognize these patterns, you can understand natural speech faster and respond quicker. Let's repeat a few connected phrases to train your ears. Say after me, I'm gonna go now. Did you see that? What you doing? Gimme a minute. I gotta finish this. Perfect. By practicing connected speech, you become comfortable with how English really sounds in everyday life. Fast, smooth, and rhythmic. To speed up vocabulary learning, you can also use word families. That means learning related words together. For example, if you learn the word decide, also learn decision, decisive, and indecisive. You will build groups of meaning instead of isolated words, which makes recall faster. Let's do a mini vocabulary chain together. The word create. Say create, creation, creative, creativity. Nice. The word move. Say move, movement, movable, immovable. Good. The word beauty. Say beauty, beautiful, beautifully. Excellent. Each time you expand one root word, you multiply your usable vocabulary instantly. Now, let's talk about energy, because energy affects learning speed. When you study while tired, your brain absorbs slower. So try to learn when you feel fresh, maybe in the morning after breakfast or in the evening after a short rest. Drink water, stretch your body, smile before studying. Your physical state changes your mental focus. Here's a quick energy refresh practice. Stand up if you can, take a deep breath, and say loudly, I'm ready to learn. Stretch your shoulders, roll your neck, and say, I feel awake and focused. Great. When you combine body movement with English speech, your brain connects the words with action and your alertness increases. Also, don't forget the power of reading aloud. Reading silently helps comprehension, but reading aloud builds memory, pronunciation, and rhythm all at once. Pick a short paragraph each day and read it slowly, clearly, and confidently. Record yourself, listen, and notice how natural you sound. Let's practice that together now. Read aloud these lines after me. Learning English is becoming easier for me. I can hear the difference in my pronunciation. I'm more confident than before. I love the process of improving. English feels natural now. That's wonderful. To learn faster, you can also use the 5-minute rule. Never let a day pass without at least 5 minutes of English. Even on your busiest days, you can listen to a short clip, repeat a few sentences, or think in English while cooking. This small daily connection keeps your brain active and prevents forgetting. Let's set that intention together right now. Repeat softly after me. I will practice English every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. I keep my momentum strong. I learn faster because I'm consistent. Very nice. Another key to learning faster is enjoyment. When you enjoy learning, time passes quickly and memory strengthens. Find topics you love: travel, music, science, cooking, or movies, and study through them in English. If you love stories, read short English stories. If you like humor, watch English comedians. When your heart is interested, your brain remembers faster. Let's imagine you love movies. You watch one scene in English every night. You repeat the lines, you imitate the actors, you feel their emotions. Without realizing it, you're practicing pronunciation, listening, and vocabulary all at once. And it doesn't even feel like study. That's the power of joy in learning. Here's a short creative practice. Imagine your favorite actor saying something in English, maybe a line from a movie you love. Repeat it now with the same tone, emotion, and style. Smile while saying it. You're not just copying, you're learning through imagination and expression. When you enjoy learning, mistakes stop feeling heavy. You start laughing at them and using them as part of the fun. Every mistake teaches something important. A pronunciation mistake teaches awareness. A grammar mistake teaches pattern. A listening mistake teaches patience. So instead of saying, I made a mistake, say, I just learned something new. Let's affirm that together now. Mistakes help me grow. I'm grateful for my mistakes. Each mistake is progress. I'm learning faster because I'm brave. Perfect. Finally, remember this. The real secret to learning English faster is not doing more, but doing better. One focused hour with your full attention and heart is worth more than 3 distracted hours. When you listen, really listen. When you speak, really speak. When you repeat, feel every sound. That level of awareness turns every minute into a powerful moment of growth. Take a slow breath and say quietly, I learn deeply. I focus with my heart. I give my best in every moment. I'm becoming fluent faster than ever. And now, as this part comes to a close, remember that speed doesn't come from pressure. It comes from flow. The more relaxed, joyful, and curious you are, the faster you'll move forward. Because when you love what you're learning, time disappears, and progress happens naturally. Take another deep breath. Feel proud of your dedication, your patience, and your effort. You're already learning faster, and your English journey is unfolding beautifully, one calm, confident step at a time. When you reach the middle of your English learning journey, something interesting happens. You begin to understand more than before, but you might also feel more aware of what you don't know. That's a good sign. It means your brain is opening up and recognizing details that it couldn't notice before. You're not stuck, you're expanding. This is the stage where you can learn faster than ever if you stay curious and patient. The first thing to remember is that your English journey belongs to you. No one else learns exactly like you, and that's what makes your path special. Some people learn faster through listening, others through writing, others through conversation. So instead of comparing yourself to others, observe yourself. Ask, when do I learn best? What activity makes me feel excited to practice? The answers will guide you toward faster progress. Let's practice self-awareness together. Close your eyes for a moment and ask softly, when do I feel most confident in English? Maybe it's when you're speaking alone. Maybe when you're reading quietly. Or when you're listening to a calm voice like this one. Say to yourself, I learn best when I'm relaxed. I learn faster when I enjoy the moment. I learn deeply when I connect with meaning. That gentle self-understanding creates focus and speed naturally. To learn faster, always keep your curiosity alive. Ask questions about everything you hear or read. If you hear someone say, I'm used to it, pause and wonder, what does that phrase really mean? When do people use it? Then look for examples, write them down, and create your own sentences. Curiosity transforms confusion into discovery, and that's how your learning becomes self-powered. Let's do a curiosity exercise right now. The phrase is kind of. People often say, it's kind of cold today, or I kind of like this song. It means a little or somewhat. Now make your own sentences. I kind of understand this topic. I kind of want to rest. I kind of feel hungry. See how easy it is to use once you play with it? Curiosity makes the lesson yours. To increase your learning speed, use your mistakes as study material. Every time you say something incorrectly, write it down later and find the correct form. For example, if you said, he go to school, write it and correct it to he goes to school. Then repeat the correct version several times. He goes to school. He goes to school every day. He goes to school with his friends. This simple correction habit turns mistakes into teachers. Let's practice that style now. The wrong sentence is, she don't like coffee. The correct one is, she doesn't like coffee. Repeat it slowly and clearly. She doesn't like coffee. Now make your own version. She doesn't like tea. She doesn't like waking up early. She doesn't like cold weather. Very nice. Every correction you notice is a door opening toward faster understanding. Now let's talk about confidence again, because fast learning requires emotional freedom. When you're afraid to speak, your brain slows down because it's busy protecting you from mistakes. But when you feel safe, your brain becomes creative and flexible. That's when language starts to flow naturally. So, how can you feel safe when speaking English? First, practice alone until your confidence grows. Then, start speaking to people who are supportive, friends, classmates, or even your own reflection in the mirror. Avoid negative comparisons or harsh judgments. Surround yourself with encouragement and positivity, because your environment affects your growth speed. Let's strengthen your inner safety right now. Repeat softly with me. I feel calm when I speak English. I'm confident even when I make mistakes. My English doesn't need to be perfect. I speak with kindness and courage. Every word I say helps me grow. Excellent. Those affirmations build emotional security, the secret ingredient of fast learning. To move even faster, try learning through connection, not isolation. English grows best when used to express your real thoughts, not just memorize rules. So instead of studying random grammar, write short paragraphs about things you care about. For example, write about your dreams, your city, your favorite memories, or your future goals. This connects English with your personal identity, and your brain learns faster because it feels emotionally involved. Let's try it together. I'll guide you through a short writing reflection, or you can speak it aloud if you prefer. One of my biggest dreams is to travel and speak English confidently with people from around the world. I want to share my thoughts clearly and make new friends. I'm learning English because it opens doors to opportunities and connection. Very good. When you speak or write from the heart, learning becomes meaningful and meaning is remembered. Fast learners also know how to review smartly. Reviewing doesn't mean repeating everything the same way. It means approaching the same material from a different angle each time. For instance, if you watched an English video yesterday, today try to summarize it in your own words. Tomorrow, use its phrases in a small conversation. Each new activity strengthens different brain pathways, and that's what creates speed and flexibility. Let's practice this with a mini review exercise. Imagine you listen to a story about a traveler. Yesterday, you watched it carefully. Today, try summarizing it in English. The traveler visited 3 countries. He met new people. He learned new cultures. Tomorrow, you might say, I want to travel like him one day. That's how review becomes a creative process, not just repetition. Now let's focus on speaking rhythm again. When you speak English, imagine you're playing gentle music with your voice. English has strong and weak beats that make it sound natural. For example, I want to learn English faster. Hear the beats? Try saying it with that rhythm. I want to learn English faster. Let's do more together. I love to practice every day. I'm getting better step by step. I feel more confident each time I speak. Perfect. That rhythmic awareness will make your speaking faster and smoother over time. Listening is also one of the most powerful speed boosters. But don't just listen for meaning. Listen for melody, emotion, and stress. When someone says, "Really?" with surprise, it sounds different from "really," said calmly. Imitating these small differences improves your fluency faster than any grammar rule. Try repeating these short emotional sounds after me. Really? Wow, that's amazing. Oh no, I can't believe it. That's great. Excellent. This type of expressive shadowing helps you sound natural, not robotic, and it keeps your learning alive with energy. Another powerful way to accelerate learning is storytelling. When you tell or imagine stories in English, your brain practices vocabulary, grammar, emotion, and pronunciation all together. Even short, simple stories can improve your speed dramatically. You can retell stories you already know or create your own daily life stories. Let's build a short story together right now. Yesterday, I went for a walk in the park. The weather was warm and the sky was clear. I listened to music in English and repeated some lyrics. Then I met a friendly dog that followed me for a while. I smiled, said hello, and felt happy. It was a small but beautiful moment. That story uses simple words, but when you say it aloud, you train fluency. Naturally. Now it's your turn. Think of one thing that happened to you recently and tell it in English, even if it's short. Don't worry about perfection. Just describe what you saw, heard, or felt. Maybe, I met a friend today. We talked for a while. We laughed a lot. It was fun. Beautiful. Each small story brings you closer to natural communication speed. If you want to train your brain to think faster in English, try the 1-minute challenge. Set a timer for 1 minute and talk nonstop in English about any topic. Your plans, your favorite movie, your daily routine, anything. Don't stop, even if you hesitate or repeat. This teaches your mind to keep moving forward instead of freezing. After a few weeks, you'll notice your thoughts connecting faster to words. Let's do a mini one together now. Take a deep breath and speak continuously for 30 seconds. Say something like, I am practicing English every day. I listen, I speak, I repeat. Sometimes I make mistakes, but that's okay. I enjoy learning and I feel proud of my progress. Keep going until your time is up. Perfect. That's how you train fluency through momentum. To keep your brain fresh, combine active and passive learning. Active learning means speaking, writing, and repeating. Passive learning means listening, reading, or watching in English while relaxing. Both are important. You can listen to English while cooking, driving, or walking. You might not understand everything, but your subconscious is absorbing rhythm and vocabulary quietly in the background. Let's make that part of your daily life. Imagine you're walking in the morning with your earphones in, listening to English stories or podcasts. The sun is rising, you're calm, and you're learning without pressure. Your ears stay connected to English sounds while your mind enjoys the moment. That's how fast learners use their time wisely, by turning ordinary moments into quiet lessons. Another great way to speed up progress is to talk to yourself throughout the day. Many learners think self-talk is strange, but it's one of the most effective tools ever. You can whisper softly to yourself about what you're doing or planning. I'm going to call my friend. I should finish my homework soon. I'm feeling hungry now. Each small line builds fluency naturally. Let's try a self-talk exercise together right now. I'm opening my window. I can feel the breeze. The weather looks nice. I think I'll go for a walk later. I'm grateful for this moment. That's how simple it can be. And yet it trains your thinking, speaking, and emotional expression all at once. Remember, the secret of learning faster isn't intensity, it's presence. When you give your full attention to what you're learning, even a few minutes can change everything. It's not about how much time you study. It's about how awake and connected you are during those minutes. Let's end this part with a moment of reflection. Close your eyes gently and breathe deeply. Feel calm and proud of your journey. Repeat quietly after me. I'm learning faster every day. I enjoy every step of this journey. My confidence is growing. I'm patient and strong. Fluency is already forming inside me. Now smile softly, because it's true. You're doing what millions of people dream of doing, speaking another language, expressing yourself across cultures, connecting through words and feelings. That's powerful. And it's happening faster than you realize. As your English grows stronger, something beautiful begins to happen. You stop memorizing the language, and you start feeling it. Words begin to sound familiar, sentences flow naturally, and you start noticing patterns without effort. That's when real fluency begins, when English becomes less of a subject and more of a rhythm that lives inside you. To reach that level faster, Focus on understanding the feel of English, not just the rules. Grammar is like the frame of a picture, but emotion is the color inside it. When you listen to someone speak, don't only think about what tense they're using. Feel how the sentence moves. Notice when their tone rises, when it softens, when they pause. The melody of English is one of the best teachers of speed and understanding. Let's do a quick rhythm feeling practice together. Repeat softly after me, following the gentle flow of the words. I can hear the rhythm of English. It feels natural when I speak slowly. My voice follows the flow of the language. I don't force it, I let it move naturally. Very good. That smooth feeling is the foundation of fast and fluent communication. Now, to learn faster, you must also train your reaction speed. You can do this by practicing short question and answer drills every day. For example, when you hear, "How are you?" you instantly say, "I'm good, thanks, and you?" Or when you hear, "What do?" you reply, "I'm a student," or "I work in marketing." You don't pause to think, you just respond. That's how you build reflex. Let's practice a few together. I'll ask, you answer aloud immediately. Where do you live? Good. What time do you wake up? Nice. What's your favorite food? Excellent. Why are you learning English? Perfect. The faster you respond, even with simple answers, the quicker your brain connects meaning and sound. If you want to increase speed even more, practice paraphrasing, saying the same idea in a different way. For example, if you hear, "I'm tired," you could also say, "I feel sleepy," or "I need some rest." If you hear it's raining heavily, you can say it's pouring outside. When you learn to express one thought in multiple ways, your brain becomes flexible. And that's a hallmark of fast fluency. Let's try a few. I'll say the sentence, then you restate it differently. I'm learning English. Maybe you say, I'm studying English, or I'm practicing my English skills. I like music. You could say, I enjoy listening to music, or I love songs. I don't know. You can say, I'm not sure, or I have no idea. Excellent. This exercise strengthens your mental agility. Next, let's talk about thinking in English, one of the biggest keys to faster learning. Thinking in English means you don't translate every word from your native language. Instead, you connect directly to meaning. It starts with simple things: objects around you, daily actions, feelings, or even small decisions. For example, instead of thinking in your native language, "I need to charge my phone," and then translating, just see your phone and think directly in English, "I need to charge it." That's it. The more you do this, the faster your brain builds direct pathways to English thought. Let's practice short thinking lines together now. Look around you and describe what you see, quietly in English. There's a table. My phone is next to me. The light is on. It's quiet here. I'm sitting comfortably. Simple, natural, direct. These short internal thoughts help your brain live in English mode all day. To speed up your learning, mix emotional vocabulary with real-life examples. For example, instead of just learning the word happy, say, I'm happy because I learned something new today. Instead of memorizing nervous, say, I feel nervous before speaking English, but I do it anyway. This gives words emotional context, and emotion makes memory stick. Let's do an emotional vocabulary warm-up. Repeat softly. I'm proud of myself. I'm curious about everything I hear. I'm calm and focused. I'm excited to learn more. I'm patient with my progress. Excellent. Each emotion adds depth to your learning speed because it connects feelings with language. Another tip for fast learners is to practice describing things in detail. Instead of saying, "It's nice," describe what makes it nice. It's nice because the colors are bright and the air feels fresh. The more descriptive you become, the more vocabulary you naturally practice. Let's do a small description exercise. Imagine a sunny morning. You step outside and the air feels warm on your skin. You hear birds singing and the light touches the trees. Say softly, "The morning feels peaceful and alive. The air smells clean. The sun is shining gently. Everything looks fresh." That's how you build fluency through imagery, connecting English with sensations instead of translation. Fast learning also depends on focus, and focus grows stronger when you study in short, concentrated bursts. Many learners try to study for hours without a break, but the brain works better in shorter, active sessions. Try studying for 25 minutes, then rest for 5. During those 25 minutes, give your full attention. No distractions, no multitasking. That kind of focused energy helps you learn in half the time. Another smart method for faster progress is to set weekly goals. For example, this week I'll learn 5 new phrasal verbs and use them in real sentences. Or this week I'll listen to 1 English podcast every morning. When you track your small wins, your motivation grows, and your brain learns to expect success, which keeps you moving forward faster. Let's create your weekly goal right now. Say softly, "This week I will practice English every day. I'll learn 10 new phrases. I'll listen to English while walking. I'll speak out loud even if no one is around." Beautiful. You just made a promise to yourself, and every small promise kept becomes a step toward mastery. To boost speed even more, pay attention to intonation, the rise and fall of your voice when speaking. Intonation carries meaning and emotion. For example, say, "Really?" with curiosity, your tone rises at the end. Say "really" with certainty, your tone falls slightly. Learning how tone changes meaning helps you understand native speakers faster and express yourself clearly. Let's try a tone practice now. Repeat after me. You're learning English, curious tone. You're learning English, excited tone. You're learning English, calm tone. Excellent. Feel how each version expresses something different, even though the words stay the same. That's the power of intonation, and it's one of the fastest ways to sound natural. If you want to move toward fluency quickly, shadow conversations, not just single sentences. Listen to 2 people talking in a movie or podcast, and repeat both sides out loud like you're performing the scene. You'll train not only your pronunciation, but also timing, rhythm, and reaction speed. Let's do a short example. I'll play both parts slowly. You repeat after each. A. Hey, how's it going? B's. Pretty good. How about you? A. I'm great. Just finished my English practice. B. Nice. I've been trying to do the same. That's it. A natural rhythm of exchange that trains your flow and confidence. Now let's focus on mindset again, because mindset is the engine that powers all learning. Fast learners don't think, "I have to learn." They think, "I get to learn." They feel grateful for the opportunity to grow, not pressured by the need to be perfect. Gratitude keeps the mind open, and an open mind learns faster than a fearful one. Take a quiet moment and repeat softly. I'm grateful for the chance to learn English. I'm thankful for every word I understand. I'm proud of how far I've come. I enjoy the process more each day. Learning is a gift, and I'm using it well. Perfect. That warm feeling of gratitude relaxes your mind, making every study session smoother and more enjoyable. To increase your fluency speed, also include micro-listening challenges in your day. For example, listen to 10 seconds of a video and try to repeat exactly what you heard. Or pause a movie and mimic one sentence. These micro moments build attention to detail and sharpen your pronunciation quickly. Let's do one short imitation exercise now. Say this line after me with the same pace and tone. Every day I'm getting better at English. Again. Every day I'm getting better at English. Now one more time faster. Every day I'm getting better at English. Excellent. That repetition at different speeds trains your muscles to move faster and more precisely. Sometimes learning faster also means simplifying. If you try to learn too much at once, your brain becomes overloaded. Focus on mastering one thing at a time, one phrase, one sound, one topic, and let it settle before adding more. Slow focus leads to fast results. Let's test that with an example. Choose one useful phrase today. Maybe, it depends. Practice it in 5 different sentences. It depends on the weather. It depends on my mood. It depends on what time I finish. It depends on the price. It depends on you. See? You just mastered one powerful phrase in 5 natural contexts. That's effective repetition, smart and simple. Before we close this part, let's remind ourselves that fast learning is not about competition. It's about connection. Connection to yourself, to others, and to the world through English. The more you connect emotionally and mentally with what you learn, the faster your brain absorbs it. Let's end with a calm affirmation session together. Take a deep breath and repeat softly after me. I'm learning faster than before. I understand more every day. I speak with confidence and ease. English feels natural to me. I'm proud of my growth. Now smile for a moment. You've come so far, and the best part is, you're just getting started. English is becoming a part of your daily heartbeat, your thinking, your world. And every word you practice brings you closer to fluency. One calm breath, one kind thought, one small step at a time. As you come toward the final stage of this journey, take a deep breath and feel proud of how far you've come. You've learned not only how to study English faster, but how to live with it, how to let it become part of your thoughts, your emotions, your voice, and your daily rhythm. Every small exercise, every moment of practice, every sentence you've repeated has been quietly shaping your fluency from within. Fast learning doesn't mean rushing. It means learning with clarity. It means understanding why you're learning, how you learn best, and what makes you come alive when you speak. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, what has changed inside you since you started learning English? Maybe you feel more confident. Maybe you understand more movies. Or maybe you've started thinking in English sometimes without realizing it. All of that is real progress. Repeat softly after me. I'm proud of my effort. I've improved more than I thought. I can see my progress. I'm learning faster and deeper every day. Excellent. These affirmations remind your mind to stay positive and patient, which is the foundation of every fast learner's mindset. Now, let's talk about balance, because balance creates speed. You can't force your brain to absorb more by studying endlessly. It needs moments of rest to organize new information. That's why sleeping well, eating well, and taking short breaks between lessons make a big difference. Your brain continues to learn even when you're not studying. It organizes everything you've practiced and strengthens your memory while you rest. Imagine your mind as a quiet ocean. Every time you learn something new, you drop a small pebble into it. At first, the water ripples, but after a while, it becomes calm again, and the new knowledge sinks deep to the bottom, where it stays forever. That's how true learning happens, through patience and trust. Take a deep breath and say softly, I trust my brain to remember what I learn. I trust my heart to guide me forward. I'm calm, focused, and growing. Perfect. Let's review what really helps you learn faster. Consistency, curiosity, connection, and confidence. These 4 elements work together like the seasons, each one essential for your growth. Consistency keeps you practicing daily. Curiosity keeps your mind open and playful. Connection makes English personal and emotional. Confidence lets you express freely without fear. When all 4 come together, learning becomes effortless. Let's say them aloud together now. I'm consistent. I'm curious. I'm connected. I'm confident. Beautiful. These 4 truths are your lifelong tools for any language, any skill, and any goal you want to achieve. Another key to learning faster is learning actively. Passive exposure is helpful, like listening or reading, but active use is what transforms you into a fluent speaker. That's why you must speak often, even if no one is listening. Think out loud, describe your day, record your thoughts, talk to your reflection. It doesn't matter who hears you. What matters is that you use the language actively. Let's try a daily life conversation right now. Imagine you're ending your day and talking to yourself in English before going to bed. Say softly, today I practiced English. I listened carefully and repeated sentences. I made a few mistakes, but I learned from them. I feel proud and motivated. Tomorrow I'll do even better. Beautiful. That's active self-reflection in English. Small but powerful moments that multiply your progress. You can also learn faster by teaching others what you've learned. Even explaining a single phrase to someone makes your brain organize the information more deeply. So, if you have a friend who's also learning, share what you know. Say, hey, did you know that get along means to have a good relationship? Or explain, the word although means even though. They're similar. Teaching turns knowledge into understanding. Let's do a mini teaching practice now. Pretend you're explaining to a friend what phrasal verbs are. You might say, a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition that changes meaning, like look after or give up. Now say, for example, I look after my younger brother. I don't want to give up learning English. Great. You just became the teacher, and teachers learn faster than anyone else. Remember to celebrate your small victories often. Each time you understand a new sentence, finish a video, or speak with confidence, take a moment to smile and say, "That's progress." You don't have to wait for perfection to feel proud. Every step counts. Every word spoken, every sound practiced, every page read. Let's take a short gratitude break. Close your eyes for a moment, take a calm breath, and say quietly, "I'm grateful for my learning journey. I'm grateful for my effort. I'm grateful for this moment of growth. I'm grateful that English is part of my life now." When you practice gratitude, your mind relaxes and your memory opens up. That's when learning accelerates naturally. Here's another secret of fast learners. They find English in everything. They don't wait for lessons. They create opportunities everywhere. When they see a sign, they read it aloud. When they hear a song, they listen carefully to the lyrics. When they watch a movie, they repeat their favorite lines. English is all around us. In the music you love, the books you read, the videos you watch, even the labels on everyday things. Let's imagine a typical day where everything becomes practice. You wake up and check the weather app. It's in English. You read, "Mostly sunny today." You smile and repeat it. Later, you make coffee and say, "I'm making coffee." You go for a walk and think in English about what you see. "The road is quiet today." "There are birds on the trees." "The air feels fresh." In the evening, you listen to a short English story while relaxing. That's it. You've practiced English all day, naturally without stress, without textbooks. Learning faster is about lifestyle, not intensity. It's about gently weaving English into your life until it feels natural and constant. You don't need perfect grammar to connect with others. You just need to express your heart clearly. And when you do that, fluency becomes effortless. Let's practice a few heartfelt sentences now. Say them slowly with feeling. I enjoy learning English. I feel confident when I speak. I understand more every day. I'm improving even when I don't see it. I'm grateful for this journey. Very good. Now think about your future self. 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years from now. You walk into a room and someone starts speaking English to you. You understand them instantly. You respond clearly, naturally, without thinking. You laugh, you share stories, you feel free. That's your future, and it's coming closer every day you practice. Say softly, "I can see my future self speaking fluently. I can feel the confidence inside me. I'm moving closer to that version of myself every day. I'm proud of who I'm becoming." And if there are days when you feel tired, lost, or slow, remember this. The fact that you're still trying means you're winning. Every learner who keeps going eventually becomes fluent. Every word you say, every mistake you make, every moment you repeat brings you closer. Let's affirm that truth together one last time. I'm not giving up. I'm stronger than my doubts. I'm improving in ways I can't yet see. I'm learning faster because I believe in myself. Now, before we finish, let's do one final shadowing and reflection practice to seal everything you've learned. Speak these lines with me softly and clearly, matching my rhythm and tone. I'm learning English faster every day. I understand more and more each time I practice. I speak with confidence and calmness. I listen carefully and remember easily. I make mistakes, but I learn from them. I'm consistent, patient, and motivated. English is becoming part of my life. I feel comfortable expressing myself. I trust my journey completely. I'm proud of who I've become. Take one deep breath now. Inhale calmness. Exhale gratitude. Feel the progress you've made, not just in language, but in mindset. You've built patience, discipline, courage, and self-belief. These qualities will help you not only in English, but in everything you do in life. Repeat after me one last time. I can do this. I am doing this. I've already started becoming fluent. I'm learning faster, easier, and more naturally than ever before. And as you finish this journey, remember, English is not your enemy or your obstacle. It's your companion. It walks beside you now, every day, quietly helping you see the world in new ways, helping you connect with people, ideas, and emotions across the globe. So smile softly. Be proud of the courage you've shown, the patience you've built, and the voice you've strengthened. You've learned how to learn faster through love, practice, curiosity, and calm persistence. You're ready to move forward, not as a student who fears mistakes, but as a confident communicator who uses English with ease and joy. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep growing. And most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Because from this moment on, English isn't just something you're learning. It's a language you live. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Keep practicing every day. Keep smiling through every challenge. And remember, fluency is already within you. You just have to keep letting it shine through. Take one last deep breath, smile gently, and say with me, I'm learning faster. I'm confident. I'm fluent. I'm free.